Yo, guys, hey, what are you guys saying, guys? Hey, listen, I was muted, but what are you guys saying, man? Listen, hope everybody is doing well, guys. We are back. We were dealing with some internet connections, you know what I'm saying? But I know the people, some people have texted me on Instagram and stuff, and they'll be like, yo, hey, Jonas, when are you gonna drop another Barca recap? And I've been dealing, I'm not gonna lie, with some internet connection issues. But listen, obviously, I want to give y'all content. I understand, bro, it's the summer window. It's been a bit dead, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has been a bit dead, bro. There's no more Barcelona playing, and it's just been like Nations League. Nations League's all right, but it's not Barca, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing. But guys, what is good, guys? Welcome back to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Another Barca recap. And hey, today we got a lot of news to get into, right? We're gonna be talking about Nico Williams, Ademola Lookman, right? Coming to Barca potentially, right? The left wing situation. And then on top of that, a new name, right? Not a new name. Luis Diaz. Nico Williams is the new name, an old name from last summer. And guys, there's gonna be a lot of stuff to talk about. Ter Stegen, y'all know how this goes. But listen, before we get straight into it, make sure to smash the likes. Hopefully you guys are doing well, but when you guys smash the likes, it promotes the channel to new people, and new people will see the content. So guys, smash the likes. And man, how you guys doing in the chat, man? I see some people, I'm on a different software, can't highlight the comments, but I see big up a Segula, right? My guy, big up, right? And hey, big up to Ion all the time. Guys, smash the likes and let's get straight into it, because I'm on a different software, guys, so bear with me if I'm a bit slower, right? This is my watch along software actually, but I basically can go like this. Y'all can see my screen, but right, I bookmark. I went on Twitter today, and I bookmark every single Barcelona tab, right? That is basically the big news today. So listen, I mean, I hope y'all have seen this, right? So basically, right, La Liga, they have announced the winners of all the awards. The U23 player of the season, which went to Lamine Yamal, the man of the season, Hansi Flick, and the player of the season, Rafinha. And, Barcelona, as Bleacher Report said, Barcelona, they swept La Liga end of season awards. And I'm not going to lie, shout out to Real Madrid, because we also swept them, right? 4-0 against them this season. But listen, I'm not going to lie. As much as some people might try to downplay our season, right? We lost to Inter. But at the end of the day, if we're keeping it a buck, we still had a very good season. Yes, the Inter Milan result did hurt. But listen, at the end of the day, Barcelona, we won 3 out of 4 trophies, and that's all that matters, right? Winning trophies. But big up to my guy, Luke, right? He said, hope we can get Williams at Barcelona. That is the only man for now. Hey, big up, bro. Listen, I hope we can too, bro. The way that he was cooking, right? With what's that, brother? Lamine Yamal and Pedri and Dani Olmo, the way that he be balling, Nico Williams, I can't lie. I'm not a big Nico fan, but I understand. If Barcelona, if they get Nico Williams, I can't really be against it. You know what I'm saying? Because the guy, every single time Nico Williams plays with the Spanish core, he always does well. So listen, I can't even be too mad about it, right? Like, and guys, if you're getting into the stream, smash the likes. Big up to my guy, Ahmed, right? Bro, we need Abdullah Azwani from Ajax. I haven't seen that much of him, but listen, I will look at his comps later, right? Maybe, I don't know, in between this stream and the next, right? But guys, smash the likes, right? But listen, I mean, this is not really news, right? This is just announcements, right? Also, Lamine Yamal, bro, I gotta say, Kylian Mbappe, this brother has to get tired of seeing Lamine Yamal. Guys, once again, right? Lamine Yamal, once again, has beaten Kylian Mbappe. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, anywhere he goes, Lamine Yamal is following him like a shadow. You know what I'm saying? Like, legitimately. Came in, 16-year-old, right? Bang, with the 2-1. Semifinals of the Euros. Lamine ends up winning that trophy, right? Barcelona in La Liga. We win 4-0 at the Bernabeu. Lamine Yamal, guess what? He stars, he scores a goal. Hey, 3 points for Barca, right? That wasn't directly correlated to a trophy, but later on it was, because we won La Liga, right? Real Madrid in that Spanish Super Cup. Lamine Yamal once again scored a goal, and Mbappe, I'm telling y'all, Mbappe, deep in his heart, this guy, you know what I'm saying? This guy's probably having thoughts of Lamine Yamal saying, yo, this guy, bro, He's legit interrupted my move to Real Madrid. I was supposed to go to Real Madrid and have a good time. Nah, bro. Lamine Yamal is just everywhere. He's like a guy in basketball. If y'all watch the NBA, he's legit like a lockdown defender. You know what I'm saying? He's following you wherever you go. You know what I'm saying? That is Lamine Yamal to Mbappe. And y'all see the 3-2, the 4-3. I think Lamine scored in a lot of these games, and he got a brace in the Nations League. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not even a big fan of the Nations League. But what I will say is that, hey, I haven't seen a Nations League with this much hype ever. Because, I mean, I think there's only been, this is the second or third Nations League, like in total ever, right? But I've never seen a Nations League with such hype like this one. This Nations League has been pretty hyped up. I can't lie, because of the Lamine Yamal comments, right? Which we will get to. But I did want to highlight Lamine Yamal once again performing for Spain, bro. Like this guy, like I like this tweet right here because, and I bookmarked it because it says if you can walk the walk, then talk the talk. And once again, right, Lamine Yamal, what did he say? If they want to decide the Ballon d'Or on Thursday, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? If they want to decide it off of one game, who's better between me and Dembele, we could do that. But the thing is, obviously, I'm not dumb. The Ballon d'Or doesn't simply come down to one game. It comes down to a season. Dembele is probably the favorite still. But I can't lie. I'm just happy because Lamine Yamal, this guy's on my team, and he's got this type of confidence. You know what I'm saying? Talking, but way before the game. And you know why? I always say it. This guy's easily, I think he's easily the best player in the world. Ousmane Dembele, great player, right? Enrique's system is making him look like an all-time great player this season specifically. But Lamine Yamal, you don't talk like this many times. And what? Outside of the Inter Milan second leg, that's the only time he's came on the other side, basically losing. And even then, in that game, he was phenomenal. For keeping it real, he was the guy. They had to double team him, triple team him. Inzaghi, brother, this guy, you know, best team in Europe. You know, they still conceded 6, and it was because of this guy right here, right? But listen, I'm not gonna lie. Lamine Yamal, the Nations League, right? The Barca Awards. It was just, you know what I'm saying, just a little bit of an intro. You know what I'm saying, guys? This is not actually the Barca news, but guys, big up. Guys, smash the likes if you are here. I see that there's 11 people on my end. Guys, let's get the likes up at 6. Let's get that to at least 15 by the end of the stream. But let me read the comments. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I'm not on my software that I can highlight the comments. I will be back there, but we were dealing with some, you know what I'm saying, connection issues. So that's the reason why I'm here on here. But big up my guy Gio from Juve Cornercast. Big up Ahmed once again. If Lamine Yamal don't win the Ballon d'Or, football is done. He's 10 times the player Ousmane Dembele is. Now, I definitely agree that he's way better than Ousmane Dembele. Ousmane Dembele is not better than Lamine. That's not the conversation. Dembele, you could say he's achieved a greater season. I've said Dembele probably should win the Ballon d'Or. I can't lie. But if I'm keeping a buck, I've been on the Lamine Yamal Ballon d'Or thing, and the reason why is because he's the best player in the world, and it's not close. I'm going to keep it a buck. It's really not close. Mbappe is not close to him. Mbappe cannot dribble like him. Ousmane Dembele, when he was at Barcelona, this guy was crossing to Rosie. You know what I'm saying? The crosses, bro. Ousmane Dembele shots when he was at Barcelona, bro, that was a hazard to the fans. You know what I'm saying? People legit got scared when Dembele shot the ball because Ousmane Dembele, I can't lie, he looks pretty, but then he just messes up. He's always had this potential, and you know what I'm saying? Good on him. You know, cooking at PSG, but when he was at Barca, I remember this guy not performing in the big games. I remember this guy getting injured a lot. I remember this guy having bad shots. I remember this guy, not only that, bad crosses. Ousmane Dembele, good on you, right? He probably deserves the Ballon d'Or, but as a football player, Lamine Yamal is way better than him. That's not even a conversation. I don't even think the voters, right? I don't think any of them even think that. But what I will say, a lot of the people, a lot of the journalists, a lot of the ex-players, a lot of them are saying Lamine Yamal should be ahead of Dembele. I saw Schweinsteiger the other day. I seen Luis Figo. I'm seeing guys like who are French, like Frank Leboeuf from ESPN FC. That brother, he's French. He said, I think Lamine Yamal still wins the Ballon d'Or. So, I mean, let me know in the comments or the chat, right? The live chat. Let me know who you guys think wins the Ballon d'Or. I mean, it's a heated debate. I can't lie. It's the best player in the world versus the player with the best season. But in my opinion, I will give it to Lamine, but I'm open for Dembele. I don't really mind at the same time. But Bro, we also played Inter Milan when we played Real Madrid twice. Yeah, I understand. They can do nothing against him. Nah, I know, bro. Lamine Yamal, this guy is truly unguardable. But let's move on, bro. Let's move on because there was some big news, right? So basically, Fabrizio Romano, all the reports, bro, it's kind of gone cold, right, with Joan Garcia. Basically, the here we go is supposed to happen soon. They said next week, which is now this week, and Barcelona, apparently, they will be triggering Joan Garcia's release clause very soon, right? Fabrizio Romano, he tweeted, Barca's plan for Joan Garcia, trigger the 25 million release clause next week, complete the move, and consider him as an immediate key player for the first team. Barcelona are currently not considering a loan move anymore, not an option. And you know what I say on this is the second part is absolutely ridiculous. Why would you get a goalkeeper and even consider loaning him out? Like, Deco, I'm going to keep it a buck. What was in your water? Bro, I don't know what Deco drinks. Coffee, water. I know those South America, Spanish people, they drink mate. Listen, whatever Deco is drinking, listen, nah, bro. I'm going to be real. Deco, get Joan Garcia. I don't even know why the first initial attempt we even thought about the loan move. That was very, very foolish. I'm happy that Joan Garcia, he stood on his feet, you know what I'm saying? Stood on his toes, and this guy said, I'm only leaving Espanyol for Barca if I'm a starter. And you know what? He deserves it, bro. Ter Stegen is not better than him, right? We will talk about him soon. Joan Garcia, we're talking about it. Szczesny's not as good as Joan Garcia. Like, stop the cap. Yeah, you know, Szczesny was decent this year, but he wasn't anything special, if we're keeping it real. He had 3-4 very good games, right? I feel like he had a lot of mid games, and then he had like 3-4 stinkers. So it is what it is, right? Like, the other goalkeeper, Inaki Pena, is not as good as Joan Garcia. So all out of the 4 goalkeepers, Ter Stegen, Inaki Pena, Szczesny, and this new signing, Joan Garcia is easily the best goalkeeper that we got at the football club, right? Like, I'm going to be real. Considering him on loan was dumb by Deco. I can't lie. I'm pretty sure it was Deco. I don't think Flick would even think about that. Flick's the coach. He wants the best players right here. You know what I'm saying? But apparently, I just seen breaking news that it might be on Tuesday next week. So we will see, bro. And hopefully by this time next week, he is a Barcelona player. It can be like, you know what I'm saying, officially announced on the IG. And what are you guys saying about Joan Garcia? I mean, yeah, bro. Hey, Ahmed, bro. I'm going to be real. Hey, if we're going back to the Ballon d'Or debate, I'm going to keep it a buck. I think Lamine Yamal is just clear of Dembele. Like, I just think he's a better player. It's only because of the season. Listen, I'm going to be real. This kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know how to say it, but it's like, are you really going to give it to a guy who is a worse player, but he had a way better season? And also, you can make the debate. Lamine Yamal, this guy's an MVP, right? This guy's very valuable for FC Barcelona. If we're talking about Ousmane Dembele, as great as Dembele was this year, he's not an MVP. He's not valuable, right? He is obviously valuable in a way. But the thing is, if you take Dembele out of PSG and you take Lamine Yamal out of Barcelona, right? I know which team is going to lose a lot more, and that's going to be Barcelona. There is a reason why, listen, we were called Yamal FC. When the guy got injured, he had his ankle injury at the end of 2024. And guess what? We legit couldn't win. We legitimately couldn't win. We got 1 win, I think, in 6 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, legitimately, we had horrible form. You know, it might have even been worse than that. You know what I'm saying? So, Lamine Yamal is definitely more valuable, right? The impact, that goes to Lamine. Ousmane Dembele, right? It's the trophies. It's the numbers. It's the performance in the semifinals, the final, right? Even, he had a decent performance. But, listen, at the end of the day, I want to move off of that, right? Because, you know, Joan Garcia, let's go back to talking about this guy right here. And guys, smash the likes. Make sure to comment in the live chat. You know, if you got something to say, disagree, agree, add something, leave it in the live chat. Don't be shy. You know what I'm saying? We are trying to build a big Barcelona community. And make sure to not only subscribe, but to have post notifications on, right? Listen, lives will be coming every single week, multiple times. So you don't want to miss them. I'm going to be real. And more videos will be on the way. But basically, Pedri actually spoke out. I didn't even see this. This was 2 days ago, and I didn't even see this. But basically, Pedri Gonzalez, right, our midfielder, right? I call him Pedri, Pedrigo, Pedri Potter, because this guy, absolute maestro in the midfield. And he said, Joan Garcia, he's coming to the best club in the world. I wish him the best. And I'm not going to lie, I think this confirms it. if Pedri Gonzalez knows that Joan Garcia is coming, and he basically, because usually players, when they are talking about a player that might be coming, they just ignore the question. You know what I'm saying? They kind of dismiss it. But the fact that Pedri Gonzalez said that Joan Garcia, he's coming, I think it's over, guys. I think it's a 99% chance that it's going to happen. I really think that it's over, even though Barcelona has not officially announced it. And even Fabrizio hasn't given it the full, here we go. He said, here we go soon. But Fabrizio Romano has not said straight up, here we go. But listen, I mean, what are you guys saying about this? In my opinion, I'm not going to lie. This is huge news because obviously when we talk about Joan Garcia, this guy is he's a phenom. This guy's a phenomenal goalkeeper, bro. This guy, when I watch him, it was straight up him and 10 other players. And I don't even know, I'm going to be real. I don't even know one player from Espanyol. I don't even know one player from Espanyol. But I know Joan Garcia. Espanyol has been bad. I'm going to be real. In my opinion, I think they get relegated next year because this guy was the guy who's bailing them out time and time again. You know, he made the games against Real Madrid, Atletico, even Barcelona to a certain extent look tough. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till this guy comes in and we have a goalkeeper like Lamine can win us games, like Rafinha can win us games, like even Lewandowski. All Lewandowski can still win us games. Imagine having a goalkeeper. We haven't had that in a minute that can win us games. You know, I'm looking at Jan Sommer. I'm looking at Courtois. You know, I get a little bit jealous. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie. They have such top goalkeepers. And then we have a Ter Stegen. We have a Szczesny out of retirement with all due respect, right? Inaki Peña was just never good enough if we're keeping it real, right? So having a goalkeeper like Joan Garcia and Pedri announcing it basically because he said Joan Garcia, he's coming, right? He basically said he's coming to the best club in the world. I wish him the best. But let me actually read the chat, right? Actually, let me read one more report, then I'm going to get to the chat. Guys, get your chats in, bro. Listen, once again, I'm on a different software. I can't highlight the comments, but I can obviously still read the chat, right? FC Barcelona. Actually, no, let me read the chat right now. I'm not going to ignore you guys. What you guys saying? Yeah, hey, big up. Hey, bro, listen, bro. Hey, big up to all y'all. Smash the likes. More people going to come in the chat, bro. Undoubted, Yamal deserves the Ballon d'Or. Yo, big up Maxwell. Bro, I don't know if it's undoubted. I don't know if I can say it's undisputed. I don't know if I can say those words, but Yamal is the best player. Once again, this guy legitimately is the MVP of any team. If we're saying the most valuable of every team's players, it's Lamine Yamal. Stop the cap. If you're disagreeing, you're lying. I'm going to be real because once again, Dembele, if you take him out, he's not as valuable as Lamine. Stop the cap. You know, I'm not even trying to entertain that. You know what I'm saying? But Lamine Yamal, when we took him out, remember Yamal FC. Remember those allegations that Barcelona were legitimately facing, right? Big up to Ohima. I'm going to call you Joy, bro. Your last name. Big up, Joy. Barcelona update. Hey, big up, bro. Listen, I don't know what happened to Cardoso Varela, but listen, I will get to. We still got a lot of stuff to talk about. So big up to the chat. Big up Luke. Yeah, Deco. Sometimes, bro, Deco. You're talking about Luke. You're talking about Deco. Sometimes I'm not gonna cap to you guys. Deco. I don't know what this guy be thinking. I don't know if he slept on the wrong side of the bed. I don't know if Deco just got pissed off. I don't know if Deco is legit just mad. Like, sometimes I'd be like, yo, Deco, you're tweaking. You know what I'm saying? This guy's legitimately crashing out, and he's got control of a football club. And the problem is, it's my football club. It's not Real Madrid. You know, it's the club that I care about. Deco, I don't know what's in his water. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got water right here. This is clean water, bro. But Deco, I don't know what he be sipping on because this guy, 85 for Diaz, right? You know, and listen, I like Diaz, but it better be for 55. It better be for max 60. Listen, I'm not going to lie, Deco, don't piss me off. That's all I'm going to say. But, hey, yeah, Ahmed, bro, we had 6 points out of 24. That's absolutely trash, bro. I'm sorry. That's bad for Espanyol. You know what I'm saying? And we're FC Barcelona. Big up Rogelio, bro. Hey, bro, listen, honestly, you haven't missed anything. We were talking about Joan Garcia. We talked about the Ballon d'Or debate a little bit more because, I mean, it's pretty interesting. I can't lie. The Ballon d'Or debate, I'm going to be real. Either way, I feel like people are going to complain regardless of it is. If it's Dembele, fair play. You know, he won it fair and square. I can't really complain, but I just don't think he's the best player in the world. But I know what the Ballon d'Or is these days. GA, People don't really watch football. You know, it is what it is, bro. I don't really care, bro. But big up to the chat, guys. There's 19 of you guys. Smash the likes. Guys, we're at 12 likes. Everybody in the chat, smash the likes, bro. Yeah. CR7 called Lamine El Nino. Bro's gonna get cooked tomorrow. I'm gonna be real. I saw the Ronaldo comments. Some of it was goofy, right? Like he was talking about the Ballon d'Or. I'm gonna be real. Ronaldo, when he's talking about the Ballon d'Or, that 2013 Ballon d'Or was mad flawed. And the guy, the reason why he spoke out against the Ballon d'Or and the credibility is because Lionel Messi has way more than him. It's 8-5, right? Ronaldo, he was just mad. But, hey, to be fair to Ronaldo, he said a lot of good stuff too, right? He said that you can't put pressure on Lamine. He's just a kid. And you basically just got to let his career play out. You know what I'm saying? Don't really force anything. Don't force no pressure. So it is what it is, right? Hey, big up Ahmed. Barca wants to pay the trigger release clause. Yeah, I seen it, bro. I saw it on XC for sure. Okay, listen. Hey, Barca volume. What's up? Joan Garcia can't wait, bro. I can't wait for him either, bro. I'm gonna be real. Big up FCDB money, bro. Right? It's GG. Yeah, hey, listen. I'm gonna be real. Guys, I'm gonna get to the chat once again in 5 minutes, but there's a lot of chats, bro. Bro, I'm gonna be real. I think it's over. I think Joan Garcia is coming to Barca. I think it's really over. But Mundo Deportivo, they reported that FC Barcelona's plan, right, for the next season is that Joan Garcia to be the starting goalkeeper, right, and Szczęsny to be the backup. Ter Stegen will have to basically dip, right? And this was reported by Mundo Deportivo. But you know what's crazy, right? Obviously, this was reported a couple days ago. But today, legitimately 10 hours ago, major breaking. Barcelona want to terminate the contract of Ter Stegen and will offer to give him his season's next salary in exchange. And this was reported by Ferran Correas. And you know what? Just read that again. Barcelona want to terminate. And if for people that don't know or don't got a job or, you know what I'm saying, you guys might be young, you know what I'm saying? Terminate basically means that you just don't got a job no more. So Ter Stegen, Barcelona, they're going to get his contract. They're going to rip it up. And they're just going to throw in the trash. Legitimately. But I'm going to be real. If Barcelona actually want to terminate his contract and just give him his money in advance, I'm all here for it. I'm going to be real. Right? Guys, I know a bunch of you guys might still be Ter Stegen fans. I don't know how. I'm going to keep it a buck. Ter Stegen has let us down time and time again. Right? I'm going to keep it a buck. But more reports came about Ter Stegen, bro. And this one, I was suspecting it. I never said it. And you know what? It's not from a great source. But as time develops, we're going to learn more from it, bro. Basically, from Barca Times, just in, Hansi Flick has chosen to move on from Ter Stegen due to the frustration with the goalkeeper's attitude after returning from injury, right? Ter Stegen's agent reportedly contacted Deco to inform him that the player was fully fit and demanded, right? Stay with me now, right? Demanded that he was selected for the match against Inter, which is kind of crazy. How is your agent going to demand that to Hansi Flick and Deco, right? Ter Stegen was upset that the Flick, right, didn't register him in place of Szczęsny for the semifinal, obviously because there's that rule that only Ter Stegen could get registered if Szczęsny got deregistered, right? Because of this, basically, you know, he didn't travel to the team. Basically, he didn't travel to Italy. I'm going to be real, because he got his feelings hurt. Right, let's be real. I'm not going to read this paragraph. Basically, Ter Stegen got his feelings hurt that the team didn't deregister Szczęsny, right? And players that were injured, like Jules Koundé, they still traveled, right? And Ter Stegen, this is what I said. I've been saying this for months now, bro. I've been trying to tell you guys, and listen, I don't have a PhD in sociology or mental health or anything, but I was saying the way that Ter Stegen's moving, the times that he's posting, the way that he speaks in the media while he was injured, when Szczęsny was balling out, I'm not going to lie, against Benfica, right? Bro, I'm going to be real. I was saying this guy has an ego and he's trying to make sure that the Barcelona fans don't forget about him. But listen, I'm going to be real. I'm not dumb and I can see through what he's trying to do, right? Ter Stegen, listen, this was reported by Xavi Torres. I'm going to be real, from Sport. Probably not the most reliable, but I'll tell you what. Sport, sometimes they tell the truth. You know, sometimes they're what's it called? Sometimes they're first or second to report some big news. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think that this is true, bro. Because I'm going to be real. Ter Stegen, right? Well, we can go right here. Flick felt that Ter Stegen was putting pressure on him both behind the scenes and in public, which stained, right? Let's go down. Which stained would strain their relationship. While the club won't force him out, he won't get any playing time unless both Joan Garcia and Szczesny are unavailable. And you know what? If it's true that Ter Stegen is not going to get a single minute unless basically both Joan Garcia and Szczesny are out, I'm not going to lie, I'm here for it, bro. Like, Ter Stegen, I'm going to be real. If this is true, once again, that we're trying to terminate his contract, I'm here for it, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm not one of the fans that I'm like, Ter Stegen, you're such a legend. I've seen Messi leave my football club. He's not Messi. I've seen Luis Suarez, one phone call. Ronald Koeman called up Luis Suarez, said, brother, yeah, pack your bags. And that's it. And you know what? The Barca fans did not cry like this, right? Some Barcelona fans, if you still defend Ter Stegen, I don't know what's wrong with you, bro. Like, you want us to lose at this point. Ter Stegen, you could call him a club legend. Call him whatever you want. But I already knew that he had an ego. I'm going to be real with you guys. I know this goalkeeper, bro. I've watched this guy the whole time I've been a Barca fan, from start to finish. This guy needs to leave my football club, right? But listen, what are you guys saying in the chat? Let me read the chat for like a couple minutes, right? Big up to the chat though, right? Listen, yeah, bro, listen, hey, FCB money, bro. Yeah, bro, sport is 50-50 to be fair. Dembele, yeah, hey, bro, Dembele, I'm gonna be real, he is a technical ball carrier, but Dembele is not all that. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, right? I'm gonna be real. He's a very good winger. Would I have him back? Yes, sir. He's a very good winger. But when we're talking about Ballon d'Or, I just don't know about that, right? Let's be real. But, yeah, Rogelio, heard he's a locker room. Yeah, bro, I'm going to be real. Ter Stegen, this guy is just kind of toxic, bro. And I'm kind of tired of it. You think I'm trying to have a young goalkeeper in Joan Garcia, right? I'm not trying to have Joan Garcia, a young goalkeeper, come in, big jaw, big pressure, and then you have the backup goalkeeper, you know, kind of preying on your downfall, waiting for you to trip, you know, roll your ankle, and then he's smiling, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yes, sir, I got my opportunity. No, bro, I'm trying to have Szczesny, who's going to let the dude ease in and relax. And Szczesny, bro, this guy's going to sit back. He loves a cigar, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to pressure him, right? Ter Stegen's in the picture, bro. And I'm not going to lie, he needs to get out of it. It's about time, right? Big up, Lil Dev. What's your thoughts on Araujo? Haven't been on the streams recently. Bro, I'm going to be real. I think Araujo, I said this is his last year for me. I think Ter Stegen, for example, Ter Stegen has let me down multiple times, multiple years, multiple Champions Leagues, right? Araujo is messed up. One, especially against PSG. Two, kind of, right? Against Inter, it wasn't only him, right? In the first leg, he didn't even make a mistake. It wasn't in the first leg. Second leg, this guy had some bad mistakes. He had like one or two moments that he could have been better. But I said one more year for Araujo because I don't trust Deco. I don't trust Laporta signing a player, a center back especially, right? It looks like they're going to sign a left winger, which I'm cool for. But once again, listen, I don't know if it's time to quit on Araujo. I've seen Araujo we were calling Araujo 2 years ago the best center back in the world. I don't know if I'm being nostalgia based, if I trust him too much, but I just don't know, man. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, hey, bro. Hey, FCB money, bro. Ter Stegen, I'm gonna be real. That guy, if Joan Garcia gets injured, Ter Stegen's happy, bro. I'm gonna be real. I'll just say it, bro. I know some people don't want to say it. He's gonna be happy, bro. This guy he only thinks about himself. I'm gonna be real. But, guys, let's move on, bro. Because basically, there was some big news. And I know a lot of people, this is a hot topic in Barcelona, right? And guys, smash the likes if you haven't done so already, right? But let's get straight into it. Because basically, breaking Liverpool, right? This was reported 2 days ago, to be fair. Liverpool have rebuffed. I don't know what that means. An approach from Barcelona yesterday to discuss the signing of Luis Diaz. The English club has made it clear that the Colombian is not for sale. And this was reported by David Ornstein. And to be fair, he is pretty reliable. You know, I see a lot of Premier League fans. When Ornstein, you know what I'm saying, tweets something, they take it. They you know what I'm saying? Pause. I'm talking about David Ornstein. When he says something, listen, they basically say it's probably going to happen. You know what I'm saying? He's like the English, I guess, Tony Marty, if it's a comparison. But once again, right? Bro, Luis Diaz, it looks like by Liverpool, he's not going to leave the football club unless it's a very good sale, right? So it means that Liverpool, we like our guy, but we're only going to give up our guy if you're going to pay big money. Once again, we've seen Tony Marty and other reporters come out and say that Luis Diaz to Barcelona will be very complicated, right? But I'm not gonna lie, as a player, guys, separate this. As a player and the deal, right? As a player, Luis Diaz is a very, very good player. I can't lie. I think he's a very good player. I think he fits the system. Like, let's not lie. Like, I'm going to be real. Some Barcelona fans are straight up lying. You know what I'm saying Luis Diaz is worse than Nico Williams. I don't agree. I actually don't agree. I think that at worst, he's at the same level, if not better, to be honest. I think Luis Diaz is a very good player, right? I know why people like Nico, and we'll get into the debate later on, but the deal. Now, if you go to the deal of Luis Diaz, it's not that great. I can't lie. 85 million for a guy. I don't think it'll be 85, but let's just say it's 70. 70 million for a guy who's 28, you know, with 29, I think, in January. Regardless of how you spin it, it's just not a good deal. I can't lie. We had Lewandowski, right, coming in at that time when he was 33. And even though you can say it's a success, every single window, we're talking about replacing Lewandowski. Every single time, we're talking about Lewandowski and, hey, the guy looks washed. I'm not trying to have that, situation with Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, very good player. I'm okay with it. I think he's, bro, he would fit. He would cook. Hansi Flick has legitimately cooked with every single attacker he's touched, right? Bro, Ferran Torres, Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Lamine Yamal. All four of our main attackers have cooked this season. Great seasons. All of them, 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 individually for their standards, right? But if he gets his hands on Luis Diaz, you think it's going to be a little bit different? No. If Ferran Torres, who's less talented than Luis Diaz, is balling out, Luis Diaz will cook under Hansi Flick. Just get me a better deal. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I'll be real. It is what it is, right? But guys, let's move on because there is more about Luis Diaz, right? Basically, now Roger Torello, he came out and he said, just in, if Luis Diaz leaves Liverpool, it would only be for Barca. The player has completely rejected the idea of playing in Saudi. And you know why I brought this up? It's because, right, let's just read the last sentence first. He and his father have always followed Barca and wish to play there someday. And you know what? You know why I brought this up? Not only because it's big news for Barcelona, but if Luis Diaz is not going to Saudi Arabia, that means, guys, that he's only going to leave for Barcelona, right? Because I don't think Luis Diaz doesn't strike me as a guy. By the way, Al Nassr wanted him as their main priority, right? But guess what? Ronaldo's staying. I think it's a domino effect. I think Luis Diaz stays. And I'm not going to lie. I'm looking at this now. I think that he only leaves Liverpool, not for Saudi, but for Barcelona, which means this could be turning into a long, drawn-out saga, right? Deco might pull the trigger, but I can't lie to you guys. This is kind of bad because, hear me out, this means Barcelona, they want Diaz because Saudi's not going to be there. So it's going to be Barcelona or he stays. If he forces a move, we're going to have to spend real money. Like, I'm going to be real. Deco, because I'm going to be real, I don't trust Deco to get a good deal. He's not Mateo Alemán. This guy is not a great negotiator. This guy will pay the money, right? Let's be real. RB Leipzig, we had to pay the money. I know Dani Olmo had a release clause, but, bro, we couldn't negotiate. I'm going to be real. I don't trust Deco in a negotiation, right, with Liverpool to come out on the winning side. I'm going to be real. But, once again, let's see what happens, bro. In my opinion, I think he's definitely coming. We'll see in July when Diaz doesn't renew. Hey, we will see. I'm not going to lie. We will be there. But, guys, let's move on. Because, hey, guys, there's some big news. It's not really the greatest source. But, listen, I do believe this is true. That's why I'm bringing it up. Luis Diaz is still Barcelona's priority signing this summer. But if the club cannot sign him, they will go for Nico Williams. And you know what? I'm going to be real. I think Nico Williams, I seen a report saying that there's 4 wingers that Barcelona are looking for, right? We already know Luis Diaz is one. We know Rashford is one, right? Nico Williams, I do believe he's one of the 2 remaining. I don't think Rafa Leao's there. I don't think guys like Gittins are there, right? We're going to be talking about the next one, right? And how he could fit with Barcelona. But I'm going to be real. Luis Diaz, this guy, I really just hope, bro. I'm not going to lie. I really hope we get a good deal for him. Because if we get a bad deal for him and then it affects us next summer and then it's a flop, like, I'm just thinking of the worst case scenario, bro. I'm going to be real. Like, I'm also looking at Luis Diaz, very good player, right? Nico Williams, I'm going to be real. I'll just say it right now. Nico Williams, for all the things that he does with Spain, I just don't know if he's going to do that with Barcelona, bro. Like, there's pressure at Barca. On top of that, Nico Williams at Bilbao, has he really done enough? Guys, let's be real. Has Nico Williams really done enough at Bilbao to force a move to Barcelona? Like, I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't know if the answer is yes. I think Nico, very decent player, but listen, we will see, right? We will see, right? But, hey, listen, bro, this guy's a Barca fan right here. And the reason why I bookmarked this comment is because, but basically he said Barca should have missed the chance to sign Nico Williams, right? Number one, he's La Liga proven. He fits the project. Insane chemistry with Lamine. I do agree with all of these, by the way. Cost way less than Luis Diaz. Now, the reason why I brought this up, right? And he's saying it's a no-brainer. A lot of Barca fans want to see this picture of Lamine and Nico Williams. What I will say is that if Luis Diaz cost 60 million and Nico Williams cost 60 million, right? Basically the same price, 58, 60, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Who would you guys go for, right? Would you guys say Luis Diaz or would you guys go for Nico Williams, right? And I'll give y'all a minute in the chat, but I'm not going to lie. This might shock you guys, right? I actually would go for Luis Diaz still. Hear me out. I would first of all try to get lowered. I would still try to get lower. I would still try to negotiate lower, right? But Nico Williams, I don't question Luis Diaz's talent. Sometimes I question Nico Williams' talent. And hear me out. If you say Nico, I don't disagree. Nico is a great player, bro. He would fit the system. But once again, I would just sign Luis Diaz. And then after that, after signing Luis Diaz, after 3 seasons, I think he will give us 3 very good seasons. I'll probably go for another left winger. I can't lie. Because I don't think Nico, hear me out, guys. Once again, stay with me, right? I don't think Nico is a super talented guy. I think that I want to get a Lamine Yamal type of talent out on the left. You know what I'm saying? And until that comes available, you know what I'm saying? Like the next Rodrigo, right? Like the next, you know what I'm saying, type of superstar, right? Neymar region. I don't want to miss out on him, right? And I feel like that if Nico Williams comes in, Barcelona, they might put too much trust on Nico. And I don't know, bro. I just feel like, guys, I'm not going to lie, it's too good to be true. If Nico comes to Barca and he balls out, that's awesome. But sometimes I'm looking at his ability, right? I hope he balls out if he comes. But, and I love Nico, bro. I got myself a Nico jersey because of the Euros, right? What the madness he was doing with Lamine Yamal while I was on vacation. I got a Nico Williams jersey, bro. But, once again, I'm going to be real. I just don't know when it's between Luis Diaz or Nico. Nico is probably, everything screams Nico. But I just feel like Diaz, he won't flop. I think he's going to be one of the players that Barcelona are going to like in a way, Barca fans, they didn't want Dani Olmo and then he started balling out. I think it's going to be a similar situation. I just don't know why. That's just a gut feeling. I'm going to be real. There's no real analysis there, bro. I'm going to be real. But let me read the chat right now, bro. What are you guys saying? Hold on. Guys, smash up the likes, bro. 16 people here. Smash up the likes. Nico, big up Adam, bro. Big up, hey. So Ahmed saying Nico, Samuel saying Nico. Diaz can't dribble. Listen, I'm going to be real. I don't know if I agree with that, bro. I don't know if I agree with it, bro. Bro, so, hey, FCB Money saying Diaz, UCL finalist, right? 55K a week. That's the thing. People are not saying it. Nico's, wages are really, really expensive. He's already on, I think, 200K plus. If he comes to Barcelona, is he going to take a wage cut? Apparently, Rashford would take a wage cut. Luis Diaz is not even on that much big wages. If I'm going to be real, for our wage structure, I don't even know if Nico Williams is going to make sense. Unless if he takes a wage cut, which he might, but I don't know if he will, right? Because he renewed that deal with Bilbao. And listen, I'm going to be real. Nico Williams, if he comes, I have nothing against it. Let me tell you guys why. Every time I watch this guy with the Spain, he looks pretty good, bro. I'm going to be real. Like, he looks pretty good. But he never looks like a superstar like Lamine. Lamine is clearly better. Lamine Yamal, this guy, I'm trying to get legitimately, y'all could call me greedy, y'all could call me selfish. I want to get like a Lamine Yamal talent on the left. That is exactly what I want. Like, forget Diaz, forget Lookman, forget Nico. I would like to get that. But I'm going to be real, in football, it doesn't really exist. Lamine Yamal talents, there's only one Lamine Yamal right now. I'm going to be real. Football, I'm going to be real, guys. Football is kind of in the bin, if I'm being real, right? We used to have guys like Eden Hazard, Alexis Sanchez. And people were not talking about them because there was Neymar, Messi, Iron Robin, right? There was so much talent out there, bro, right? Frank Ribery, funny enough, right? But listen, it is what it is, right? Let me read the chat for another couple minutes and then I will move on to the next topic, right? But guys, smash the likes, bro. They want 85 million. Listen, I'll take Nico Lookman. We're gonna talk about Lookman very soon. Nico with Balde on the left is gonna be crazy. Listen, I wouldn't be against it, bro. I can't lie. Nico with Lamine is a marketing thing. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I can't lie, right? Listen, Adam, big up, bro. But we will see. We will see. We will see. But guys, I do want to move on to one of the topics, right? Ademola Lookman. Guys, hear me out. Hear me out. Because Catalonia Radio, they came out and they said, breaking, Hansi Flick has reportedly put forward the name of Ademola Lookman as a potential signing, right? The winger is seen as both a promising and cost-effective option with a possible transfer fee of around 30 million euros. And this was reported by Catalonia Radio. Listen, I'm not going to lie. When speaking about Ademola Lookman, very good player. Very good player. This guy, he gets goals. He gets assists. He's decently fast. He's tight. What's it called? Good in tight spaces. I think he would slap. I think this would probably be the smartest signing. I don't know if it's going to happen, but the fact that Hansi Flick, because we know Hansi Flick and Deco, they had a meeting about a week ago, maybe 2 weeks now, basically talking about signings. And if one of the names Hansi Flick put out there was Ademola Lookman, I'm not against it. He's a very good player, smart player. In my opinion, he's smart like Dani Olmo. He's like this type of, how do I say it? He's like an underrated version of, he's like Dani Olmo, but the winger version. He's very underrated, very technical, very smart, and I think he fits in any system in the world because of how versatile. In the Prem, he played left wing. You know what I'm saying? In Italy, he's playing that left channel like Rafinha does. You know what I'm saying? Yo, my bad, guys, bro. I'm still recovering from my sickness, bro. This thing has absolutely killed me, bro. I can't lie. But it's not just that, guys. Another report, posted by Rashad Raymond, Martinez Ferran has reported out and said, just in, Ademola Lookman is a player who is really appreciated by those within Barcelona. Plus, the player is open to the potential idea of a move to the Catalan club. However, he isn't high on the list of Barca's preferred left-wing options. I think, I'm going to be real with you guys. What do you guys think? Guess the order. If in the chat, guess the order out of the 4 wingers. Lookman, Diaz, Rashford, Nico Williams. I think the order, if I was to guess, right? Barcelona, they definitely want Diaz first. Let's keep it up. Even if you're against Diaz, they definitely want Diaz number 1. I think they want Rashford number 2, to be honest. I think it's going to be Nico 3. I think Lookman is the last type of person that they would look at. I'm not going to lie. And apparently, earlier reports weeks ago basically said that yo, this is killing me, bro. But basically the reports from weeks ago was saying how Barcelona, they only have 4 wingers that they're looking at. And I think these are the 4, to be honest. But listen, if I'm speaking about Lookman as a player, I think he's a very good player. This guy scores goals. Very clinical. Once again, he's a smart player. I think that he would cook under Hansi Flick, but I don't think he solved an issue. I haven't seen enough of Lookman as a dribbler, and we need a dribbler. I think he can do everything, but can he do the 1v1 dribbling? Commanding a double team like Lamine Yamal does. I'm going to be real. I think the best wingers in that regard are Diaz and, who's that brother? Nico Williams. Because those guys, they're more direct. But listen, it is what it is, bro. In my opinion, 30 million. Go back to here, bro. 30 million. I would take that. I can't even lie to y'all. I can't even lie. 30 million. Even if it doesn't go well. How bad could it be? Legitimately. And he's a good player, bro. Let me read the chat, though. Big up to the chat, though. Let me read the chat for like a minute, guys. I'm not gonna ignore you guys. So big up to everybody, by the way. Smash the likes. Big up. Yeah, bro. Let me see this. Madrid searching the world for a Lamine. Bro, you can't find a Lamine. I'm gonna be real. You can't find talents like Lamine, bro. Talents like Lamine, bro, too rare, bro. I'm gonna be real. On the targets, we're looking at Diaz and Lookman would be the closest to Lamine profile. Listen, I'm going to be real. Oh, hold up. Diaz and Lookman. You know, in a way, I understand. Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I do like your ball knowledge, FCBD money, right? I know what type of players you like. I could tell, right? In my opinion, those are my type of players too. Lookman would cook though. 20 goals in the most defensive league in the world. Yeah, I can't lie. That is pretty impressive. But he is playing in an Atalanta system that they score a lot of goals. I can't lie to you, all 30 million fee, 44K wages. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be real. 2-footed. Yeah, bro. He's a very good player. Ivan Perisic is free and wants to come. I'm gonna be real, Adam, bro. Ivan Perisic. I understand you're putting the stats: 11 goals, 11 assists. Ivan Perisic is 36 years old. Can he still press? Can he play at the same time as Lewandowski? I don't know. I don't think bro. I always say it. We can't get unks, bro, because Hansi Flick's style of play is legit. It's not for the unks, bro. Old men cannot play in the system. You cannot have multiple 35-year-olds in the system. They're gonna break down, bro. Listen, I'm gonna be real. Guys like Gundogan, guys like, you know what I'm saying, Ter Stegen even, right? Lewandowski, he's the only guy who's gonna slide. But that guy, once again, it's because Lewandowski, that brother, he legit be sleeping in the gym. That brother be, you know what I'm saying, he grabs his pillow, grabs his blanket, and he goes to the gym. He sleeps there, wakes up, dumbbells, do some curls. That's Lewandowski. So he gets a pass. But every other type of player, right, that's over 35, I think they might struggle against Hansi Flick. What's it called? Under Hansi Flick. I'm not going to lie, right? Yeah, Lookman cooked at Leverkusen. Y'all ain't capping. Lookman has better carries and dribbles than Diaz. Yo, is that true? Is that actually true? Listen, I'm not going to lie. I haven't watched that much about Lookman. I can't lie to you guys. Big up Visca, Barça, and Catalunya. Lookman, stop. Yo, this cough is crazy, bro. What's it called? Lookman stopped Xabi Alonso and Leverkusen from winning 3 trophies. Yeah, bro. Hey, is Lookman actually better? Listen, if Lookman is better than Diaz, I'm here for it. You know what? I'll look at some Lookman comps. Comps are not the best way to look at players, but I'll look at it. I'm not going to lie. I think he's a very... I was doing videos about Lookman months ago, but listen, we will see what happens. But we still got a couple more topics to talk about, guys, because not only that, guys, right? This is beautiful news. This is music to my ears. This is what I'm trying to hear. This is good news, right? Bro, just in, according to Mate Moretto, Wolverhampton Wanderers are trying to sign Gerard Martin. And you know what? Take him. Take him, bro. You think I'm going to stop you? Brother, I was dreaming about this, bro. I was really thinking about Gerard Martin's season the other day, right? Just having some deep thoughts, right? This guy has not had a good season. I was thinking about it, right? Because people are cooking, right? While we're cooking Ter Stegen and cooking Araujo and cooking guys like, you know what I'm saying, even Iñaki Peña, you know, getting, you know, unnecessary smoke, because why not? Because it's Iñaki Peña, unfortunately. People don't mess with him from the beginning. But, right? Gerard Martin, this guy has not had a good season. I'm going to be real. This guy came in at the beginning when everybody was cooking the first 3-4 months. He was the only bad player. I'm going to be real. Osasuna, I remember that game. They cooked him. Bro, they legitimately cooked him. Once he got his opportunity again, first real opportunity, Balde got injured. Bro, against Inter Milan, we're not in the finals because of him. I'm going to be real. As much as we cook Araujo, this guy let Dumfries look like an absolute all-star. Absolute all-star. Balling out. Dumfries looking like Cafu. Looking like Dani Alves in his prime. You know what I'm saying? Gerard Martin. This guy can play. He can be a backup left back against teams like, you know, Leganés, against teams like Elche, against teams like, I don't know, Girona even. But when it comes to the top teams in Europe, he has no place. And you know what? We might as well get rid of him. You know why? Hear me out. Even though there is a spot for him, this is the thing. Reports came out that basically Rashad Raymond has came out and he said, just in, increase your reports about Barcelona's interest in Alejandro Grimaldo, right? From Bayer Leverkusen. If the club sells Gerard Martin and decide to go for a left back, he is a candidate very much liked by Deco. And hear me out, right? Hear me out. Hear me out. Would you guys sell Gerard Martin for Grimaldo? Because hear me out. Gerard Martin, he's not even that consistent offensively. He has a good cross. I'm not going to take that away from him. That's the one thing he has. Alejandro Balde has everything but a cross that's consistent. And Gerard Martin has a good cross. Everything else he doesn't have. I'm going to be real. This brother is a one-way player. Y'all know basketball, NBA, there's two-way players, right? This guy might be a zero-way player at times. But, listen, if this guy can come in, if this is true, that Deco likes Grimaldo, and if it's true that the club are looking to sell Martin for a Grimaldo, listen, Barcelona, do it. Hear me out. Hear me out. Grimaldo, this guy is more consistent offensively, and I just believe there's no way he could be worse defensively. It's impossible. That right side of Dumfries against Barcelona, against Gerard Martin's left side, was always open. You know what I'm saying? That was like a 7-Eleven. That was like a gas station, bro. Always open. Denzel Dumfries made a career against Barcelona. Against Inter Milan, you put some PMP, you know what I'm saying? An African brother, and Nuno Mendes is guarding him, and he can't do nothing no more. Because, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm so disappointed in Gerard Martin. You know, he went under the radar. I'm gonna be real, it's because he cried. He got emotional after the game. And I know a lot of Barca fans, they like the passion. Brother, passion doesn't get you that far, bro. Passion alone is great. It's great. But passion alone, you're not going to win nothing, bro. You need quality. You legitimately need it, bro. And if we can get Grimaldo, who's more consistent offensively, this guy is faster also. Listen, I'm here for it. I can't lie. And Deco, if you like him, get him. Because I'll get to the chat, guys. I'll get to the chat. But look at this, guys. Let me just search up something. Because apparently, Grimaldo, this guy has a release clause. And look at this. Look at this right here. Grimaldo. Alejandro Grimaldo, the Bayer Leverkusen left back, has a release clause reported to be around 15 to 18 million euros. This is low. If we can get, if we can get Alejandro Grimaldo for less than 20 million, are you kidding me? Like, and I'm gonna be real, that is such a steal. I don't think that's a bad price. I don't think that's a bad deal. I don't think you can say it's a bad deal. Brother, we didn't even reach 20 million. Like, if this is true, that Alejandro Balde, I mean, not Balde, we're going to have two Alejandros on the team. If Grimaldo's release clause is really that cheap, I'm all here for it. I can't lie. Yeah, let me read the chat. What are you guys saying? Grimaldo or Gerard Martin? Who would you guys take in the chat? Let me know. I'm trying to figure out how to pay for Gerard's fight. Bro, listen, Gerard Martin, I'm going to be real. I'll be real. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Like, I don't know why they want him. I'm going to be real. Maybe Wolverhampton Wanderers, maybe they got tired of the Prem. You know, maybe they're trying to get relegated. Who knows? Because you don't go for those type of players unless you're trying to sabotage your club. I'm going to be real. Gerard Martin, in my opinion, I was speaking about it with my guy Omar BYT. And I was like, this guy needs to go to Elche. And he was dying. He was laughing. I wasn't even joking. I told him, I've seen so many better left backs in La Liga this season. I don't know why he's at a top 5 club in the world. Like, you know, arguably top 3 easy, right? Like, what did he do? Does Deco, why does Hansi Flick like him? Well, I don't know what. Like, bro, you know, that's the one flaw of Hansi Flick. The one real flaw is that he likes Gerard Martin. It's not the high line. It's that he messes with this guy heavy. You know, and we can't do nothing about it. Because you know what? Every coach has that one player that they like. Regardless, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hansi Flick could be perfect. Do everything. He still likes Gerard Martin. I remember the preseason calling him his personal bet. Listen, enough of that, bro. But, listen, let me read the chat actually first. Oh, snap. Yeah, listen, one more report. I did this on accident, bro. Listen, if this is true, Barca will try to sign Grimaldo. If Gerard Martin leaves, we have to do it, bro. I'm going to be real. Deco, Laporta, you have to do that deal. But, let me read the chat real quick. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This cough has been brutal, bro. Gerard Martin, 7 GA. Flick gets the best out of every player. Adam, listen. The thing is, Gerard Martin, defensively, he's just not fast enough, bro. Maybe you can play center back. Yeah, sell him no matter what. I'm sorry. Yeah, bro. Listen, hey, big up young brave heart, bro. Big up to you, bro. Listen, I will see y'all soon, bro. I still got one more topic that I'm gonna talk about. Listen, I'm gonna be real. Gerard Martin, that brother just needs to dip, bro. Like, I'll be real. He just needs to go. But the last thing I want to talk about is this, bro. I mean, it's not really even gonna happen because Barcelona have apparently rejected it. But apparently Chelsea, they offered a swap deal for Nkunku for Fermin Lopez. Listen, I'm gonna be real. Listen, Laporta, my bad. Laporta, Flick, they did the right thing. And Nkunku, he's been injury prone at Chelsea. This guy hasn't been playing. This guy hasn't really been that good. Fermin Lopez is a rising star, right? Whether I rate him to super highest like Pedri, not really. But he's a very good player. And at the end of the day, Fermin... Yo, this cough is brutal, bro. I can't even lie. Yo, guys, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm very happy that they rejected it. Because it's just a dumb thing to do if we did it. But, listen, guys. What I will say... Let me go to the main screen. Hey, guys, that is it, basically, for today, right? I just wanted to go live. Your boy is still sick, unfortunately, right? Very unfortunate. I don't know why, bro. Listen, this cough is not leaving me, bro. But we will be live once again, right? Guys, smash the likes if you haven't already, right? I am going to head out, actually. You know, probably take some medicine. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, guys, thank you guys for being here, right? W's in the chat, right? We had around 20 people, 17 for the most part. So, guys, I will see y'all, right? Let me read the chat one more time, actually. Yeah, hey, big up FCB Money. W Stream, big up chat. Yeah, big up, bro. Once my voice comes back and recovers fully, I can, bring more energy to the streams, like usual. Usually, I'm more animated. But right now, I'm only half of what I am right now, bro. Listen, legitimately, bro. Barca should swap Araujo for Hincapié. I don't know if we should do that, bro, to be honest. I haven't seen enough of him, to be honest. Langley, bro, the only swap you'll take is Langley. I hear you, bro. I hear you. But, guys, listen, I will be back probably on Tuesday. I just tried to show up today. Smash up the likes, right? Big up to everybody. We'll be back on Tuesday for Barca Talk with my God Barca Volume, right? And I will see y'all soon. Stay safe. Hopefully, Barca don't do anything stupid and we hear more news because there will be. Barcelona, one thing's confirmed. There's always news lurking. You know what I'm saying? I will see y'all. Stay safe. Peace. Visca.